TikTok banned in the US. SwiftUI surprises developers again and says 2025 highlights. Hi, I am Roman Mishchenko, a software engineer at CleanMyMac, and here is this month's roundup of the latest news on macOS and iOS development. The next Meet with Apple event is happening on February 5th, providing developers a chance to interact directly with Apple engineers through Q&A sessions and one-to-one consultations. The focus: SwiftUI integrations and its use in app development. Event highlights include discussions on using SwiftUI for rapid prototyping and animations, opportunities to collaborate with other developers and learn from Apple engineers. Additionally, Apple's annual Swift Student Challenge kicks off on February 3rd. Apple will select 350 winners whose projects demonstrate excellence in innovation, creativity, social impact, or inclusivity. Participants will have 3 weeks to submit their application, so now's the time to brainstorm and get started. Winners will receive special prizes and an invitation to visit Apple's campus in Cupertino next summer. This year's CES focused heavily on the artificial intelligence. While Apple didn't participate, as per tradition, so there's not much news for the Swift developers. The MacPod team visited the event for the first time with a presentation of CleanMyMac Business and a teaser of the brand new NA project. The NVIDIA presence was quite impressive, and it's not because of their new GeForce RTX GPUs, although they do look interesting. My attention was drawn to the announcement of Project Digits. This hardware can work with AI models up to 200 billion parameters in a compact desktop form. Which reminds me of a Mac Mini, a similar small box. Digits will include the new GB Superchip Blackwell GPU, 128GB of RAM and 4TB SSD. You can also combine 2 devices to increase performance. The solution will cost $3,000, while NVIDIA does not name a specific release date, but you can sign up for the notification. It will be interesting to see how Project Digits competes with the Mac Mini, given that for $3,000 you could buy up to 5 Mac Minis and create a cluster, but the trend towards the compact and high-performing machines look promising. SwiftUI continues to surprise developers with hidden behaviors and bugs. One example is how the ID modifier impacts lazy lists. Lists in SwiftUI are lazy by default, meaning they are designed to dynamically build and load views only when necessary. Thirdly, you get significantly optimized app performance and memory efficiency. However, this optimization can be unnecessarily disrupted. For example, when the ID modifier is used in the sub-use for the list. Long story short, think twice before using ID modifier as a scroll control tag. Let's talk about the blog recommendations. Nathan from themonday.com shared a step-by-step guide on the template use with a Mustache. Swift Mustache is a template library that allows you to generate dynamic text by combining templates with data. The tool could come handy for HTML, config files, source code, anything. Another great capability of Mustache is the ability to use functions in the template. They run at the time of rendering. The authors define the tools as a framework-agnostic way to render logic-free views. In a recent blog post, developer Mac Van Barzen discussed how Xcode 16 new folder referencing feature improved his team workflow. This feature allows developers to reference entire folders rather than individual files. Macron's team significantly reduced the complexity of setting up a project and therefore simplified the dependency management. By adopting this approach, the team reduced Xcode proj conflicts, streamlined modular architecture, and found and removed over 100 unused Swift files. Similar third-party solutions like Xcode Gen and Twist have been around for a while, but now Apple addressed the problem directly. TikTok was banned in the US, but apparently not for long. In 2024, President Joe Biden signed a bill into law banning social media app TikTok due to national security concern, over Chinese ownership and data processing practices. The law requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance to cease operation in the US by January 19th of 2025. On January 18th, TikTok shut down access for the US users. However, the following day, Donald Trump announced plans to issue an executive order which led to the app being reinstated within hours. TikTok currently back live, but for how long? We'll have to wait and see. That's all from me. Don't forget to subscribe and share in the comments what do you think about app bans and the project digits. See you soon.